Cybercriminals are increasingly targeting logistics and trucking companies, exploiting remote monitoring tools to facilitate thefts of valuable cargo. This trend, noted in a report from November 3, 2025, highlights a significant shift in tactics that could have serious implications for supply chain security. Since at least June 2025, a group of attackers has been working with organized crime networks to infiltrate the surface transportation sector. Their primary goal is to steal freight, particularly food and beverage items, by using compromised remote monitoring and management software. Researchers suggest that these stolen goods are often sold online or shipped overseas. In this video, we'll explore how these cybercriminals operate, the methods they use to gain access, and the broader impact on the logistics industry. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. As cybercriminals intensify their focus on the logistics sector, a troubling timeline of recent intrusions reveals the sophisticated methods employed to infiltrate these vital networks. Starting in June 2025, a surge of coordinated attacks has been documented, primarily targeting trucking and freight companies. These attackers, believed to be collaborating with organized crime groups, are exploiting remote monitoring and management software to facilitate their operations, marking a notable evolution in cybercrime tactics. By August 2025, reports indicated that up to 24 separate campaigns had been launched against transportation entities, illustrating the opportunistic nature of these attacks. The attackers are not selective. They target a range of businesses from small, family-owned operations to large logistics firms, indicating a broad and indiscriminate strategy to maximize potential gains. This approach allows them to leverage insider information gleaned from previous breaches, identifying and bidding on loads that are deemed lucrative for theft. One of the most alarming aspects of these intrusions is the attacker's ability to manipulate legitimate freight operations. In some instances, compromised access has enabled them to delete existing bookings, block dispatcher notifications, and even book loads under the names of compromised carriers. This level of infiltration raises serious concerns about the integrity of logistics networks and the potential for widespread disruption. The tactics employed by these cybercriminals often involve spear phishing emails that hijack ongoing conversations using compromised accounts. This method capitalizes on the inherent trust and urgency within freight negotiations, making it more likely that targets will engage with malicious links. Once a victim installs the booby-trapped software, attackers can conduct extensive reconnaissance within the victim's network, deploying credential harvesting tools to deepen their access. The use of legitimate remote monitoring tools such as Screen Connect and Simple Help allows these criminals to operate under the radar. These applications are commonly used in enterprise environments, making them less likely to raise suspicion among users. Additionally, because many of these tools are signed and appear legitimate, they can evade detection by traditional security measures, complicating efforts to combat these threats. As this trend continues, the logistics industry must remain vigilant, implementing robust cybersecurity measures and fostering awareness among employees to mitigate the risks posed by these evolving cyber threats. The timeline of these intrusions serves as a stark reminder of the growing sophistication of cybercriminals and the urgent need for enhanced security protocols across the supply chain. The surge in cyberattacks targeting logistics companies is not just a cybersecurity issue. It has profound implications for the entire supply chain. As cybercriminals exploit remote monitoring tools, the financial impact on businesses can be substantial. Companies may face increased operational costs due to the need for enhanced cybersecurity measures, employee training, and potential legal liabilities arising from data breaches. Moreover, the theft of valuable cargo, particularly food and beverage products, disrupts supply chains and can lead to shortages in markets. This disruption can ripple through the economy, affecting not only the companies directly involved but also consumers who may experience higher prices and limited availability of goods. The urgency to mitigate these risks has prompted logistics firms to reconsider their partnerships and supply chain dependencies, often leading to a re-evaluation of vendor relationships and service agreements. Additionally, the tactics employed by these cybercriminals, such as hijacking email conversations and posting fraudulent freight listings, create a climate of mistrust within the industry. Companies may become more hesitant to engage in transactions, fearing that their communications could be compromised. This hesitance can slow down the pace of logistics operations, leading to delays and inefficiencies that ultimately affect delivery times and customer satisfaction. The indiscriminate nature of these attacks, targeting both small family-owned businesses and large corporations, highlights a vulnerability in the logistics sector. Smaller companies, often lacking robust cybersecurity defenses, may find themselves at an increased risk, potentially leading to their downfall if they cannot recover from significant losses. This reality raises concerns about the long-term viability of these businesses and the overall health of the logistics ecosystem. As the threat landscape evolves, the logistics industry must adapt by implementing more sophisticated cybersecurity frameworks and fostering greater collaboration among stakeholders. Sharing intelligence about emerging threats and best practices can help create a more resilient supply chain, reducing the likelihood of successful cyber intrusions and their associated consequences. As organizations navigate this evolving threat landscape, immediate steps must be taken to bolster cybersecurity defenses. First and foremost, logistics companies should prioritize the implementation of robust multi-factor authentication across all systems, particularly for access to sensitive operational tools and email accounts. This can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access via compromised credentials. Next, regular training programs aimed at educating employees about the dangers of phishing and the tactics used by cybercriminals are essential. Given that many attacks begin with seemingly innocuous emails, fostering a culture of skepticism and vigilance can empower staff to identify and report suspicious communications. Organizations must also conduct thorough audits of their existing software and systems, particularly focusing on remote monitoring tools. Any unnecessary or outdated applications should be removed, and only trusted, vetted software should be utilized. This will help minimize the attack surface that cybercriminals can exploit. Moreover, improving incident response plans is critical. Companies should regularly test their response strategies through simulations of cyberattacks to ensure that all employees understand their roles in the event of a breach. This preparedness can significantly mitigate the impact of an attack when it occurs. Key watch points for organizations include monitoring for unusual network activity and unauthorized access attempts. Implementing advanced threat detection solutions that leverage machine learning can help identify these anomalies in real time, enabling quicker responses to potential threats. Additionally, collaboration with industry partners to share intelligence on emerging threats can enhance overall security. By participating in information-sharing networks, organizations can stay informed about the latest tactics used by cybercriminals and adapt their defenses accordingly. Lastly, companies should keep abreast of regulatory changes and compliance requirements related to cybersecurity in the logistics sector. Adhering to these standards not only helps protect against attacks but also builds trust with customers and partners who expect robust security measures in place. In summary, as the threat of cyber intrusions in logistics continues to grow, proactive measures, employee education, and collaborative initiatives will be crucial in safeguarding supply chain integrity. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.